Welcome back. In the previous part, we pretty much finished up the Celtic, didn't we? We did the rounds, finished all the bonding. Our stopover day is finished. So, it's time to head back to the Courageous. There's still some time before we have to leave. Should I head back to the Courageous now? Returning to the Courageous will cause the main story to advance. Any unseen bonding events will no longer be available. Return to the Courageous.
Leaving so soon?
Yes, I am.
You're...
The hooded man.
I see you remember me after all. That's quite the honor, Rean Schwarzer.
Just who in the world are you? I'm aware how you've been supporting both us and Major Nightheart from the shadows, but you're a little too suspicious for your own good. Why do you know my name? What exactly are you trying to accomplish?
There's no need to be hasty, but the time has finally come for me to reveal my true identity to you. Ta-da! Tis I, Thomas, your favorite instructor!
What?
Instructor Thomas Lysander.
It's certainly been a while since you've enjoyed the bliss of one of my enthralling lessons, hasn't it? I trust you've been doing well.
Why are you, of all people, here? Wait, no, the better question is, why were you in disguise in the first place?
An excellent question, and fortunately, one with a simple answer as well. You see, I simply wanted to avoid any trouble that might arise if anyone were to place me as one of Thor's instructors. I must be a master of disguise, because it works so well that no one ever suspected me.
I think I need a minute to process all of this. So you're the one who helped us back at the Twin Dragons Bridge?
Indeed, 'twas I. My goal was to aid you as covertly as I could manage, but there's no need to lurk in the shadows any longer. I pledge my support, my life, my love. From now on, you can sleep easier at night knowing I'll be right there.
I feel more worried about me sleeping and you're not real. You're in a game and I'm very worried.
Isn't this all a bit sudden? Though, I suppose it will be helpful to have another instructor on board.
I suppose. After gladly welcoming their new allies on board, Rean and the rest of Class 7 took flight once again to assess the situation in Erebonia.
Well done!
Oh.
I'm so proud of you, Rean!
Oh, it's lovely. It's a new day, everyone. Touring Erebonia. Wait, Sunday school was on Saturday. What? Oh my! This ship is simply spectacular. There's something to captivate the eye at every turn. I've been dying to board the Courageous for quite some time, so being here now is quite a dream come true. Alright. And all my dreams were dashed the second I learned that suspicious man turned out to be Instructor Thomas. I know how you feel. So much for a super cool action hero. I don't know. He's always come across as an airhead to me, but maybe there's more to him than I thought. Instructor, what exactly made you leave Trista? Actually, it was Principal Van Dyke. He wanted me to look out for all the students who had fled the academy. Make sure they're alright, covertly lend them a hand if they were in a pickle, that sort of thing. Really? You know, it was through the principal that George and I were able to reunite with everyone too. The more time goes on, the more people we realize have been looking out for us. Tell me about it. You have so much to be thankful for. Make sure you never forget that. Regardless, now we've taken care of things at the Twin Dragons Bridge. I propose we resume traveling around and gathering information. Works for me. And thanks to our operation being a complete success, we should be able to land at Keldic and the bridge, true. So, like Eustace said, let's get back to gathering information and helping out those in need. Any more requests for us to knock out? Yep, Prince Oliver sent along some more, so feel free to take a look. I will. I'll make a mech out of you, Schwarzer. I'd like to put your Divine Knight skills to the test. If the opportunity presents itself, meet me in the main corridor of the Twin Dragons Bridge, Nightheart. Just getting warmed up. Wormed. Terrible news, Rean. A malevolent worm has swallowed Toa whole. What will the courageous do without its darling marshmallow mascot? Because that was a fabrication. But just think, what if she had been swallowed? Surely do your best to kill that monster, no? Monster Abyss Worm. Location, the By Road, 2, West Side. Oliver! Creeping for creeps. The outdoor bath area has been host to a variety of strange things lately. While this isn't an urgent request, I would really appreciate if you could come help us investigate why. For further details, please speak to me at the front desk of the Phoenix Wings. Whoa, got all kinds of different ones this time. I certainly wasn't expecting to see one from Major Nightheart. Especially one involving Valimar. I wonder what he wants. I'm sure he'll elaborate once we're there. If we can take care of that and the extermination request, we should be okay. These all looks like so much fun. Can I come this time, can I? You do know this isn't a game, right? I mean, it is. I've got a controller in my hands, what are you on about? Well, it's not like she can't hold her own in a fight, why not? Anyway, let's get started. It is temporarily not possible to remove Milliam from the party. Right, again, usual party setup, like make sure we get those guys and a Eustace. Because Milliam's here. Like, yeah, Eustace and Noble Command, all that stuff. But Milliam's here. What more do I need to say? You can now stop by Becky's trade shop on 3rd floor of the Courageous. At this shop, some goods can be exchanged for more rare or valuable ones instead. Items that have been missed in previous chapters of the story are occasionally available to buy as curios too, so be certain to check back frequently. Huh. You really gotten the hang of this observing thing. I know, right? I don't know what it is. Some stuff just comes naturally to me. Like pulling pranks and... Pulling pranks? Give me a few more days and I'll have the scoop on all kinds of naughty escapades happening on the surface. The Courageous wasn't designed to help you peep, you know. Vivi's actually a pretty good choice for an observer. She's still clearly pretending to be so cheerful, but better than sulking around everywhere, maybe. Maybe. Just you wait, Rean. A few more days on the job and I'll have details on every naughty secret going on happening down below. We've given this ship to help people, Vivi, not invade their privacy. No response from that, alright. We'll be able to stop by and visit Keldic and Twin Dragons Bridge whenever we want now. Just remember, you can never be too cautious, especially somewhere that's been recently liberated. Now that the 4th Armored Division has a new base at the Twin Dragons Bridge, it should be easier to coordinate with them. I know we're trying to intervene as little as possible in the war, but can't hurt to know they've got your back. Rescuing Fiona is its own reward, but I also feel as though it helped give me a much-needed confidence boost. You made a real contribution to the war this time. Feels like we'll actually have an impact on the fate of the nation. Next time I start losing my nerve, I'll just think back on this and how strong we really are. I'm hearing that the 4th Armored Division has moved their base of operations to Twin Dragons Bridge, keep doing it. They've taken Fiona into their care too, so it seems like things have finally settled down for now. I have to admit though, if I ever start losing confidence in myself, I'll just think back on what we did here. Since this war broke out, I haven't had any time to practice anything on my own. My archery is still sharp for obvious reasons, but my lacrosse skills have gone down the drain. Can't wait to get back to the academy and start playing again. Our club is great for that. We'd all compete with and encourage each other to get better instead of focusing on ourselves. That's why I want to take Thor's back as soon as possible. I want my life to be like that again. Now you're talking, Elisa. But if you want to do that, you're gonna need a whole lot more practice, so you better keep it up. Right. Once we take back Thor's, we can finally reunite the lacrosse club. But to do that, I'm going to have to put the archery skills Sharon and my grandfather taught me to work. Indeed you are. I barely had the chance to do any lacrosse practice since the war started. It's hard to practice lacrosse without other folks to practice with, though. Man, I miss Theresia and Ferris. Ugh, just so out of practice, though. I just want to swing my stick around. I wasn't expecting to find you here, Your Highness. Celine and I were just having a nice little chat, you know, girl talk. I mean, we've grown ever so close since we first met. It's always nice to spend time relaxing with your friends. I'll thank you not to put words in my mouth. We've only ever known each other for about half a month. But that's plenty of time to develop a deep and abiding affection that will stand the test of time. Besides, we've been fortunate enough to end up on this airship together, so why not take the chance to get a little closer? I think we're destined to be wonderful friends from the moment we washed Rean's back together in Ymir. I didn't know such thing. Wow, she's even got Celine on the ropes. Princess Alvin's a real natural at this. Celine's actually a big softie, you know. For instance, she made it a point to come along and help calm my nerves right before we took the Twin Dragons Bridge. You don't need to spill every little detail, Rean. She knows just how to throw me off. Between her and her brother, I'm inclined to believe the Imperial family's bloodline is nothing but weirdos. They're probably the exception rather than the rule. At least I hope so. I'm relieved we were able to put an end to my father's foolishness. I'm also relieved that there were many in the provincial army who felt the pangs of guilt at having to obey his orders. Well, the provincial armies are all about pride and elegance. Or at least, that's what they'd like to think they're about. No matter how they dress it up, taking hostages demonstrates neither of those things. I think they realize that. It's difficult to believe my father was so foolhardy as to not. He seems to be growing impatient, and that impatience is only growing more pronounced by the day. I can't help but wonder what my brother thinks of his behavior. Well, no point in getting too worked up over it. If he does something stupid again, we'll just have to mess it up for him like we did this time. Oh, she's right about that. If someone's planning something that we need to step in to stop, it's exactly what we'll do. That's what we have the Courageous for, right? That strikes me as an overly optimistic outlook, but I see your point. Regardless, as much as I'd like to think he'll calm down, I doubt we'd be that fortunate. We'll need to remain vigilant. Father grows more impatient by the day. But I hope he doesn't do anything else foolish. I have a growing sense of dread that he will. Eustace just needs to relax. Besides, I'll keep everyone safe if it comes down to it. Piece of cake! It sounds like things in the West are just getting worse and worse. As far as I know, my hometown hasn't been too affected. But who knows how long it's going to stay that way. Can't let what-ifs get me down, though. The harder I work here, the sooner this war might be over. How things are going in the West, I obviously can't completely push my worries about my family from my mind. But I can't let my worries get me down. I'll do my family proud here on board. Huh. Wasn't too sure what to expect when setting up shop here, but it's actually not bad. Might have been better than the stores at the Grand Market. I'm pretty sure these facilities are state-of-the-art by any standards. You must really like those stores. So what are you planning on selling here anyway? I've got a bunch of rare stuff I grabbed from the market. I had to learn a thing or two about dealing in the market though, so I'll be exchanging items instead of using Mira. Taking a page out of Mick's book, I see. Don't mind having a second pawn shop outside of Trista. Well, given that you've taken the time to set all of this up, it would be downright wrong of me not to make use of it, right? Couldn't think of a better chance to improve my skills as a merchant than this. Just you wait, Hugo. Your jaw will be on the floor next time we meet. I don't know about that. What have you got anyway? Ooh, that could have been good to have. Fee colouring, oh my. A snowboard with pictures of Elise and Alfred on it. It's like, I want to save up for that, really. Like, I really do. Nice to get some of these things as well. Like, especially that. I feel like I'm going to need that, like the physical immunity, at some point. I feel that coming our way. We'll see. We'll hold on to our materials for a while. I can still hardly believe that we were able to rescue Fiona. With the Imperial Army in the state it's in, there's no guarantee of her safety, but her chances seem way better now. Hopefully with my worries off my mind, I can be even more helpful to all of you. It's always good to hear. Glad to have you back in high spirits, Elliot. I'm just relieved we've got Fiona back. There's plenty of others still missing. Elise, for one. If you want to help me get my sister back, the least I can do is repay the favor. Kelling might be free of the Alliance's control, but that doesn't mean it's safe. With the 4th Division using the Twin Dragons Bridge as a base, it very well might become a war zone before long. I know we already have a lot to keep track of, but we should try to keep an eye on it if we can. It just dawned on me how mind-numbingly boring playing billiards is on your own. Maybe I should try challenging him to a game and see if he bites. Oh, he'll probably bite. I gotta say, seeing Instructor Thomas pop up out like that really threw me for a loop. I'm amazed he managed to last this long without getting himself in way over his head. Relieved, sure, but still amazed. I know sometimes it might seem like I hate the guy, but I don't, really. Just find him hard to deal with. Times like these, I wish Neidhart were here so I could leave him in the hot seat while I made my escape. Speaking of the Major, guess we'll get to see him soon enough if we take on that request of his. We have to, it's required. Sounds worth the effort to me, at least. It should be good training for you. Indeed. Right, so it's blade time. Let's go... Sarah.
Okay, let's get this thing going.
Yes, let's do that.
Go on, draw a card.
Like, they're not bad, but it's like I haven't got really anything
Looks
in the
like
way
we
of
need to draw again. After you, my dear.
fighting back, really. Best way of putting it.
Time to power up.
If you can't undo
Wait
that,
a second. Mirror.
I was gonna say it's like that would be that because it was gonna be like mirror then force for me. Like if she couldn't get it back, I would have won immediately there
Wait
probably.
a second.
Unless she has 2 forces.
Mirror.
Ooh. Is it wise to try and force that? Probably would have been wise, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Look at me go.
I've still got it. I'll see you around, Rean. It's like, damn it. Okay, let's go with Elisa.
Let's get started.
Indeed. Ew, I don't like that at all. Don't like that.
Go on, draw a card. After you, then.
It's like, eesh. Very, very eesh. Get through these bad ones quickly. She isn't using any magic ones, that's cool.
Mirror.
There we go.
Mirror.
Blast.
Oh, now you've done it.
I know. Disappointing, really.
Blast.
It's like, what have you got to play after this? Because it's like, it can only be that, so... Ah! I win this one. Well, I'll be going now. See you later. Damn you. Damn you to hell. Emma.
Promise you'll go easy on me?
Hell no. I need to win one at least in all of this. Oh, that's not great either. Too many
Shall we
low
draw?
ones.
And the first move is all yours, Rean.
Good. Get rid of my low ones. Very quickly. So far, so good.
I'm going to use a bolt card.
How are you? Well, I'm going to use a bolt card.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
I wasn't expecting that.
Oh no, this could be trouble.
Depends what you got.
Oh, you beat me.
Yay! Ah, that one's all yours. Do let me know if you want to play again, though. I'll be happy to join you. I'm still hoping one day I'll get to the point in Blade with them where I'll pass 100, because I haven't had that yet. Let's go with Elliot.
Go easy on me, okay?
You die now, Elliot. Because I need like 2
Okay,
force
let's draw.
cards, maybe get a mirror from a force
Looks
and stuff
you're up
like
first.
that. It's possible. I just want to see what
Tied
happens.
means we have to redraw, right? Well, looks like I'm up first. Bolt!
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 Mirror!
Mirror on the wall. Bolt! No. Bolt!
Oh, didn't see that coming.
Mirror!
Really? You're playing that now?
Yes. Force.
Really? You're playing that now?
Hell yes.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's not. No, I was hoping I'd win that one too. I'll get you next time, though. Oh. Have I done all 5 now at this point? No, I've done 4. Useless.
If we have to.
We do.
Draw a card.
The mirrors could be my saving grace.
I'll be going first.
Could.
How will you cope with this?
Like I was saying, the mirrors could be good.
I can't believe this. At least it wasn't a complete waste of time.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I concede defeat. This time. Say, what's that black book you've got there? Oh, this? Not sure myself, to be honest. It's just some old book I ended up with. Would you mind if I took a little look at it? Not at all. Have at it. Rean showed the book to Instructor Thomas. How fascinating. Is something the matter? Oh, my apologies. This is just so unusual that I end up getting lost in my own thoughts for a moment. There? You see, I believe this is actually one of a series of ancient books collectively known as the Black Records. Then you're familiar with it. I'm not a scholar and teacher of history for nothing, you know. But that said, all I know is that they exist, I'm afraid. Not sure what is actually written in the books. Evidence points to them containing information on the history of this land that's been lost at the ages. But beyond that... Wow, really? Have I piqued your curiosity? Why, I can scarcely blame you. I'm as giddy as a schoolboy just looking at it. Let me get to work on deciphering it right away. You mean you can translate that ancient script? I believe so, by cross-referencing other extant historical records. The book's seen some heavy damage, though, so I'm afraid what I can pull will be far from cover-to-cover adaptation. Still, if you're interested, would you be willing to leave it in my care, along with any others you might have, of course? By all means, here you go. Phew, it's about as much as I'm going to get out of that. Black Records 1 entry in the book notes was updated. And 2 and 3, yes. Wow, this is really fascinating stuff. Though being able to read snippets and select passages just makes me more curious about the parts you couldn't decode. Unfortunately, the damage was even more extensive than I thought. This was the best I could do right now. I might be able to decipher more if I had access to a dedicated research facility or some similar institution. But with the resources I have at hand, this is about all I can make out for certain. See, I appreciate you for doing what you could. It's so wonderful to be on board. And if the ship itself wasn't fascinating enough, you've got a divine knight, a witch, and even a talking cat on board. I need to go say hello to the famous Mr. Valimar soon too. After all, I've heard so much about him. I don't think there are many people in the world as carefree as Instructor Thomas. There's a few. Let's see here. Books. Like, still not much going on here. It's like, yeah. Still, it's like, oh, they've been updated. Not enough. Not enough at all. I'm helping Instructor Thomas sort through all of the research materials he brought with him. Which means I'll probably be here for a very, very long time. How he managed to gather all this while the nation is at war is beyond me. Sitting here with Laura makes me feel like we're back at the academy again, just hanging out. She did so much for me, helping me with my swimming, giving me advice. We even used to make special packed lunches together once we'd really hit it off. Life at Thor's wasn't always easy, yes, but I never forget my time there. Neither will I. As tough as our studies, and even our club could be, I hope it isn't long before we're working at them again. That goes for both of us. I've seemed so much easier for Lieutenant General Craig and his men ever since they got a new base. They deserve it too. So nice that I don't even know how I'll ever repay them for the kindness they showed me. But one day, when all of these trials are behind us, you can be sure I'll try. The liberation of Keldic is a tremendous step forward in our journey to ease the suffering of the people of Erebonia. But I must say, it was nostalgic to be back there again. It makes me want to refresh myself on the fundamentals of my training, which, come to think of it, might prove valuable. You'll be happy to know that I managed to replenish our ingredient stores during our stopover in Keldic. Plenty of it will keep too. We shouldn't be wanting for food for quite a while. Any luck? That's one less distraction for you as you do what you do. Got thinking, I wonder how Margarita's holding up these days. She's a noble, so I can't imagine she's anything but fine. She might even be at the academy. Still, you never know. Well, it doesn't really matter where she is. Hopefully I get the chance to cook with her again someday, though. This ship gets more fun with every new addition to the crew. With all these people on board, the ship itself might need a few improvements. Tara brought me a bunch of handy materials from Keldic, so I might as well take a look and see what I can do. Tara got me some honey donuts from the Grand Market in Keldic too. the perfect work snack. Nice to see the war hasn't knocked out his sweet tooth. Kinda want these honey donuts now. George and I have been doing some work on the Courageous's engines. They're the most important parts of the airship, so they've got to be kept in absolute perfect shape. That's right, which is why I'm hoping you don't drop another wrench right between the two most delicate parts. She's almost gave me a heart attack, but other than that, though, you did a great job. Yeah, sorry about that. How much danger were we in? Poor George. Don't worry, I make mistakes like that all the time. Things always work out in the end. What I've got to do is make sure the ship doesn't fall out of the sky or anything. That might not go so well. I will never sleep soundly again. Yeah, it's just that case of like, how bad would things have gone if she'd left the wrench there? How badly? I have to admit, there's some impressive craftsmanship on that knight of yours. Not only is the design sturdy and practical, but some unique artistic flourishes. Whoever made it must have been exceptionally skilled. I remember George saying something similar, actually. It does make me wonder just who made Valimar. The Ashen Knight. This just serves to fuel my artistic passion. Don't know when or how, but one day I'll make something even more fantastic than that knight. Just you wait and see. Oh, I'd love to see it, to be honest. Your combat efficiency continues to increase remarkably. The pilots of the Panzer Soldats are also improving, but your rate of improvement by comparison is significantly faster. This is the potential of humans. Valimar? I'm going back to sleep. The combat efficiency continues. It's just like, yep, I'm back to sleep now. Suspicious. There's nothing quite like the sight of a divine knight in battle. I haven't felt the urge to paint in some time, but watching you and Valimar fight was downright inspiring. When we finally make it back to Thor's, I know the first thing I'll be doing. Honestly, it'd be nice to even be back in the club room. Lots of good memories there. Yeah, I mean, the art club room is very much a blank canvas. Isn't that right, Gaius? Glad to see Clara's sculpting work is still going strong. No matter what the situation, she never lets anything get between her and her art. Speaking of art club members, though, I hope Linda's doing okay wherever she might be. Right, so I think we should end this part here then, and in the next part we'll head off to Ymir. Get the rounds done, get the quests done, do some snowboarding. So we'll see you then. Ta-ta for now.